Dude, I got insulted by one of my neighbors when I was mowing the lawn like 2 weeks ago. So
What happened?
I'm mowing, like the at the side of our house. So like there were people walking by that could like say hello, nice weather, go Canucks, etc., etc. And this guy, he walked up to me. I pulled my headphones out and said hello, and he just said, "Is that a push mower?" Like it's a Dagwood comic strip from like 1941 or something like that. He said, "Is that a push mower?" And I said, "Nah, it's electric." And then he kind of like looked it up and down and said, "Nah, I prefer gas." And I said, "Well, yeah, like it's more consistent, obviously, but like, we don't have a problem with electric because like our yard's not that big." And then he was going off. He was like, "Well, you see, your problem is that you like waited too long to mow it. Like, lots of people think you don't mow throughout the winter, but you're supposed to mow like at least once a month when it doesn't rain." And I was like, okay. Then he started talking to me about people keep throwing their dog poop in his garbage can, and he's gonna like put up a security camera and then like find them and then throw the dog poop on their front yard or throw his own poop in there. Are you okay?
Yeah, I mean, like we're like 100 feet down in the conversation, and I have a question at the 1-inch line.
Sorry, please. I
Why didn't you hit him with a "Did I ask you?" question mark?
Oh, I was being nice.
I know, but like at some point, like
I've never hit somebody with that. Although I will say I was in a situation like literally like 4 days later. I was at a restaurant with my daughter, and an old lady who was in her 80s. Oh God, I don't want to be here. An old lady who was like in her 80s started making conversation with me very vulgarly. Like she was like, "Who the F can even afford to live here? The people who work at this restaurant are like effing idiots. They can't get anything right." And then she said, "How do you feel about the shots?" And I said, "What do you mean?" And she said, "The COVID shots." And I was like, "Oh, I gotta go. Sorry." I removed myself from the situation.
This was in front of your daughter. She just started dropping F-bombs.
Yes.
See, that's where I would have said something. I would have said something. I would have kind of looked at, holy cow, we got to get out of here. I would have looked at her, looked at my daughter, and then given her the shrug, like, like, not like the shrug with the hands, but just move the shoulders up to the ears, like, like, come on, But something tells me she wouldn't have picked up on that social cue.
Yeah, she was cooked. I don't know why, but she was cooked for sure.
So
does your kid understand bad words? I hope not, because I'll be listening to all sorts of stuff in the car. I'll do my best.
There's this store that we go to frequently. It'll dox, but I'm not going to say it. But anyways, I take my sons there. We have a good time. We're probably there like once a week. I'd say it's like Costco adjacent.
Okay.
But whenever we go there, there's a 50% chance there's a greeter at the door who, like, literally, you'll take 1 foot in the building, and he starts pummeling you with, like, try to get this credit card.
Oh, like, yeah, okay, yeah.
And every time we go, and then if we say no to the credit card, then he'll pivot to my kids and be like, "Oh, we got, like, free samples over here of candy. Do you guys want to come over here, kids?" And, like, he's, like, 75, but he's always hard selling. But it's, like, super awkward. And it just got to the point where, like, we were there at the store yesterday, and we pulled in the parking lot. My son's like, "Dad, is that guy gonna be there?"
Oh no!
And I'm like, "What guy?" He's like, the scary guy that doesn't leave us alone. And I'm like, well, now I got to say something, But also, it's like, how do you? Oh, I should have teleported out. But like, how do you have this conversation telling someone to leave you alone? That's also going to be a lesson. This is what I'm thinking for my kids, right? Because like, just because he's, and I didn't say this word, just because he's annoying doesn't mean you're mean to him. So we walk in the store, and all of a sudden, like, he zoomed in on us, and my son kind of squeezed my hand a little tighter, and I think he was like a little frightened. So this is what I said to the guy. So fully judge me. I said, "Hey, look," I go, "Me and my 2 sons, we like to come in here and really not be bothered." I said, "We would love to say hello, so I'd like to do something to kind of give you like the heads up that we're saying hello." And I made the peace sign, and I shoved it in his face. And I'm like, "When I do this, my boys and I will do this too. That's our way of saying hello." And he just kind of looked and goes, "Hump," and then walked away.
Oh,
but like,
man.
I didn't know what else to do. Like, because Because we love going to the store. It's a fun experience, but my kids are scared of him because he keeps asking them to give him candy. What else would you do?
I mean, I don't think you did anything wrong. Putting myself in your shoes, I probably would have just been like, well, let that be a lesson to you, honey. There's lots of weird people out there.
I don't know. But like once my kid was like scared, I'm like, okay. Like I thought the dude was like a little creepy, but you know, you kind of give people the benefit of the doubt. How did you get out of here, by the way?
Here, I'll escort you.
Hey, son, there's nothing to be scared of. The guy's doing his job. We'll tell him no thanks and move on. We've told him no thanks 5 times. Oh, how did Sigourney Weaver get in here?
I'm not even at the same bonfire because I made it down to another one. Now I got to run back to that one.
All right.
Leave him alone. He probably eats cat food for dinner every night. No, in all honesty, I probably would. I would give my daughter some version of like, you know, he's weird, but don't worry about him. He's chill. Also, like, you can always just, as long as they're not like threatening you, you can just be nice to them and then make fun of them once you get like out of earshot. That's a good coping mechanism.
See, my thing was, I'm like, okay. After I had the conversation, I felt good about it because I'm like, okay, he's not going to 1 hour photo us based on that interaction.
Great movie, though.
I'm following you. It is. That's a great movie. It makes you look at like strangers a different way, but.
Also, the only movie where you can see Robin Williams say Neon Genesis Evangelion.
Really? Did you ever watch that?
I saw it in, 1 hour photo I saw in theaters in the 9th grade, which was probably not advisable because it was pretty scary, but... It's funny the things you remember. I have 2 stories about 1 hour photo really quick. One is, my friend saw it too, and he was like, what did you think about the hotel scene when Robin Williams has like the couple captured in the hotel and he forces them to my man?
I don't remember that part.
And I said, yeah, it was really scary. And he said, yeah, I was creaming my jeans. And I said, what? Because they're like doing it. And he's like, no, because I was so scared. So for like the next 5 years, I thought creaming your jeans meant that you pooped your pants because you were so scared. But I was right in the first place. It means to release my man into your pants.
Wait, but let me ask you this without getting too deep into the rabbit hole. Did he my man or did he number 2?
Well, I think that he was so scared he thought he might number 2, and he thought that was creaming your jeans.
What about the One Direction, that song that's like, if you like smoking Zaza in a hotel room, if you prefer to vacuum rather than use a broom, if you like using Google Meet cause you can't stand Zoom, baby, I'm perfect. So let's start right now. Something like that.